up, y'all? It's me. It's the PRIME coming at you guys with another episode of the PNP, episode number 81 with the Leeboy. Say what's up to the people.
81. That's like Kobe's biggest game, man. So shout out to the legend. That's the first thing I think of when I think of 81.
Yeah,
Also a couple good receivers out there that wore 81 as well. But yeah, that's just beside the point.
A couple. Come on now.
I didn't want to start.
First receiver come to my mind is Calvin Johnson, Megatron. But
okay.
Sure.
I would think the first 81 that come to me, Irvin was 88, Michael Irvin. Who else was 81?
Yeah. See, it's hard. It's hard.
Wait, wasn't wasn't the GOAT 81?
No, he was 80.
Oh, okay.
Terrell Owens was 81.
We're talking about Jerry Rice, the GOAT, right? He was 80.
Depending on where he went at. Well, yeah, Jerry Rice is 80. Yeah.
Jerry Rice is 80. Oh yeah, Terrell Owens, he up there though. Hey, that boy, he got an argument. Y'all go back and watch the last 80 episodes, and then y'all can catch up and get into the conversation at 81. No, I'm just playing. Totally besides the point. But yeah, I'm just coming off my trip from Atlanta. Prime, I heard you got the topic for today because I'm still lost. I'm still out there somewhere in Georgia.
Well, y'all was in Atlanta having fun. I watched the documentary. So, all right. Randomly, it's like 3 a.m, and like 2 or 3 people hit me at like 4 a.m. and say, "You gotta watch this doc like right now."
Oh, that means it's good.
Yeah, I said, all right, okay, I'll watch it. So I watched it. Soleil Moon Frye's Kid 90 documentary. Basically, she documented her teen and early adult years. Like she had a video camera, almost like people do now, but back when cameras weren't even barely a thing. Even in some of the parts, people were like, "What is that?" She was like a camera. It was like, so this is what? That's the camera. So yeah.
Wait, was it like a hidden camera, a small camera?
No, it was a regular camera, like a regular. I don't know how to explain it. It's not one of them bulky cameras. It's like a small
like one
camera.
of the first handheld ones with the flip.
Yeah, flip. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, it was sad and interesting at the same time because she was on Punky. She was like 7, 8, going on Punky. We go to her friends, a group of friends. I want to be mean, but by almost every single one of these people is dead. It's kind of bad. It's like she was recording all these people. That's what makes it so bad. She has footage. There's like 6 months worth of footage of every single person that's dead. It's like over 20 people almost. And then
and are these a lot of child stars, or are they just her friends?
All of these are child stars. And these are like, so the way she did it, she said, I want to be grown up. So they explained these in detail. They did marijuana, cocaine, crack, mushrooms. Yes, mushrooms, acid. They did all that. They were just doing whatever. Just
that crack is whack. The rest of it is all right. No, that crack though, you got to get that out of there.
Yeah, but it's like, because these people are like teens and teen heartthrobs in the 90s. So some of them I didn't know because they obviously they were teens. They probably only did like 1 or 2 projects and were just getting their stride. And like, this person here, the way that they set it up is like, you see all these people. She's talking to this person, this person, this person, this person. They got the names popping up. And then like in the middle of the movie, all of a sudden they just started, I don't want to say dropping like flies, but they started like, this person, and then showing a news article, this person showing a news article, this person showing a news article. At first I thought it was about her life, but I'm like, no, it's just about her, how can I put it?
Her survival through all that. Because she's the one that came out. Well, I haven't seen it, so.
No, not her survival, but about,
her perspective?
No. Awareness to suicide prevention.
Okay.
Because
that's the mission of the film, yeah.
Yes, because she had all these people on camera, and she was having a good time on drugs, but on camera, you can see they are calling for help, but she didn't notice it until watching it back, like this year or whenever she did it. Back then, uh, she thought they were just having fun on drugs, but then now she looked bad at it. They were seeking help, and then every single one of them died by either overdose or suicide. So she was like, I didn't even notice that back then because I was just in my own world, but now I see it, and now I need to bring awareness to it. So I thought it was going to be about her, barely about her. It's just about people around her that has lost their lives because of just living life of what they all thought was just living life.
Man, I mean, and that makes me feel so blessed because obviously, I have some experience as a child star, and I have lots of friends that have those experiences, and just most of them aren't still here, most of them. So just counting blessings there that we were able to make it out with a little sanity and wherewithal that we do have. But I knew this document made a huge splashes because like 2 or 3 people just told me about it while I was in Atlanta, and we weren't in those contexts of having those conversations other than that we are child stars. But they were like, there's already something like this, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And obviously it just dropped. So man, it sounds like it gets deep. And the one thing I heard about was Charlie Sheen, and so it sounds like that's not he wasn't a close friend of hers or anything. That's a different situation. You guys probably have to watch we ain't gonna spill it unless you want to spill it.
I wouldn't mind. She was just well, I'll just say basically when she was Punky's age in her punky years, she was basically like, I want 2 guys, and one of those guys was Charlie Sheen. And let's just say
he got the message, right? Yeah. We know Charlie Sheen's background, man. So
it's a lot of people in this doc, though. Last thing I'm gonna say, it's a lot of people in this doc as like young people, and then the people that are still here talking about those years. But you got like Mark Paul from Saved by the Bell. You got Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg, Jason Pierce from Next Friday. He's in there. They were actually roommates at one point.
Wow.
Michael Rappaport is in there. David Arquette. It's different young people because they all knew each other.
Where did the doc air?
Hulu.
Okay, so I can check it out then. I'm gonna have to check that out tonight. But man, I mean, speaking of that whole topic, obviously, like I kind of alluded to, I met up with some of the gang out there in Atlanta. It was me, Angelique, Gio, also Latangela from Taina, and those not the same conversations, a little bit different for us. But we had some of those conversations about the woes of being a child star, the trials and tribulations that you have to go through. And we ended up sitting down with Talk2Pops in the culture experience. And we had a great interview with him, but he asked us a question about us getting residuals. And it kind of put us in a light where we were like, where we were a disrespected class of actors, or we didn't get our just due. And so it actually goes right into that same vein as far as this doc, but I'm excited for people to see it. And in fact, we're going to have Talk2Pops right here on the podcast. He's going to do a little preview of what we talked about, and also his stuff that he got going on the gram, because Pops is literally popping out here. So we had to sit down with your boy. All right, what's up, y'all? It's me. It's the Leeboy TV. We are here on the Prime Nostalgia Podcast. I, of course, have my host, Prime, and then we have a special guest. I'm going to get right into it. Mr. Talk2Pops, what it do, boy?
How you doing, man?
Hey, Shouty.
Thanks for the introduction.
Hey, and if you guys don't know Talk2Pops, I mean, he's super popping on Instagram. He's building up his platform everywhere. This guy we're going to talk about what he just did with us, but this guy is doing the damn thing in ATL. Are you originally from Atlanta?
No, I'm originally from New Jersey, Philadelphia area.
I can tell because you don't move like them. You just you a little bit too polished to be out from out there. Hey, nothing against my Atlanta people. Y'all just chilling.
That's so funny that you say that. Everybody says that. They're just like, yeah. Because Atlanta kid got his ways. I tell you, that's why it's been so hard for me to even break in and do things here, because I don't want to say too polished, but I don't really fit in. You know, I could talk my junk and be, amongst everybody and but as far as like really sounding authentically from Atlanta,
like,
no,
boy,
that's probably the
we don't
reason.
go down there, boy. They be just be getting it all, man. I love
South
it
in general,
huh?
I think that's just down south in general that talk like that.
They just be
but it's
popping off.
I mean, I've grown really used to it. When I first got here, it was a bit shocking, but I've grown really used to it. And my words, I catch myself slipping a lot of the time in the country accent. But again, it's I was raised differently, so the way I still do things is kind of like embedded. Same probably with you all. Like it's just a little more polished because Atlanta is just really relaxed, if you ask me.
Oh man, yeah. And Prime is definitely could attest to this. Just the service in general, like the food is bomb, but like just how they like treat you, customer service.
Trash.
They be like, go ahead, sit down. We get to you in a minute. Like what? Like
all right. But y'all not about to talk about my city like that.
Hey, that's gonna be my city soon. Look, I ain't saying nothing about it. I love that. I'm all
they've
for
been
that
good.
part of the culture.
They've been good to me. I just know that it has its ups and downs. Because they got a lot of stuff going on.
And excuse me if it sounds like it's a down. I don't consider that a down. It's just an observation.
I don't rep a city per se, but Atlanta it's pretty cool for what it is. But that's the same reason why I'm getting out of here. I'm coming to LA.
What you mean? I'm about to come up out there, man.
Y'all got it. Go ahead and make y'all way out here.
Man.
I've been here. I came in 2010. I went to Morehouse in 2010 when I graduated from high school, and I've been here ever since.
Dope. Yeah, I actually scouted Morehouse as a potential home for my academic studies. I ended up going to Howard for a couple years, but partied my way right out of there. But skip all that, man. In fact, we might have to take some of that out before they think I'm bashing Atlanta. I'm repping. Like I said, I'm on my way. Love y'all out there.
Ain't nobody think you bashing Atlanta. I just was like, I'm just joking.
What you say about Atlanta, cuz?
Right?
Just don't get me out here talking. I still got to live here. I start back, boy.
Yeah, I'm trying to walk peacefully through the bluff, right?
Not at all. You don't go down there.
Oh man. But before we get into things, man, I just want to first off just give a little background of why you're here today. Just recently, myself, Angelique, and also Giovanni Samuels, cast members of All That, and also Latangela Newsome from Taina. We just sat down with Pops, had a little Nickelodeon reunion, I guess you could call it. And it was hella fun. And it all took place at the Culture Experience. And I keep throwing this shirt up. This is one of their products. So shout out to Corey over there for, first off, hooking us up together and then making the magic happen, man. I feel like we got some big things that we could produce based on these relationships, because there's so much to be had, so much to be done.
Culture is my culture is like my Tyler Perry Studios. We could do anything up in there.
Okay. And I know
we do all kind of filming.
I know you was talking about doing a sketch show.
We're going to start with the late night. We're going to do a late night show with me to organize all my interviews into one. So they're going to build out like a late night set. And and so we're gonna do all I'm the new Jimmy Fallon, man.
It's something I gotta talk about. Late night set. What's the background looking like? What's the
we figuring it out now. They do them sets over there, so they're pretty good, but I want to make sure it looks good enough. And then I'm working with production to get some better cameras and all this stuff. I think the cameras we have now, but I don't have a great production team. It's just been me DIYing it. But I want to get some things together, because we haven't seen a black late night show, and then one that's done in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be new for everybody.
Yeah, okay. Man. And you definitely got the culture on lock. I mean, I know you specialize in throwbacks, but you touch on current events and you hitting on pretty much anything that passes through, Black culture and whatever is relevant to us. Like you said you went to Morehouse. Did you always have a real interest in this type of culture even before popping out in Atlanta, or did it like emphasize your thoughts on emphasizing the culture?
Oh no, I knew when I got to Morehouse that I was like, everybody with my friends like, I'm going to be doctors, I'm going to be a lawyer, I'm going to be a realtor, you're going to be XYZ. I was like, nah, I always knew I was going for the entertainment business. And everybody will tell you that. I didn't even make great grades in school because I knew that I was going to the entertainment industry. Right. I was able to finesse a great scholarship and keep me afloat. But I think I carried like a 2.7, 2.8 the whole time at Morehouse. But I threw all the parties at school and I was wrapped up in all the events and everything like that. So because I just knew that I didn't want to do anything. Well, let's take back a bit. I went to a special high school that allowed me to intern at many different places prior to college. And so since I was in ninth grade, I would intern. We went to school 3 days a week and intern 2 days a week. So since ninth grade, I've done everything. I've done all kind of fields, and I just knew that it wasn't what I wanted to do. So by the time I had got to Morehouse, I knew that networking was the way for me to get in the door of entertainment and throwing parties, which is like the first step of the entertainment industry in Atlanta is parties. And I've already had the name Pops because it was something that my friends gave to me because of my beard. When I was like 18, and they all had like baby faces. You
always had that beard, huh?
Yeah, they all had baby faces. And they were like, you like somebody dad, but we not gonna call you dad. And it was like, we'll just call your ass Pops. So that name was chosen by the people. You know what I mean? Like I had nothing to do with a lot of this stuff that's happening in my life now. So
yeah. I mean, and Leeboy as well, all the homies, because I was the opposite. I always looked young as hell, and it was like,
oh yeah, Leeboy. That makes sense.
So as I kept growing up, they just that's Leeboy. He crazy because people obviously associate me with being young and crazy on all that, and so on and so forth. I can't even talk to that. It's kind of early out here in Cali.
It is kind of early. I literally no lie. Because I work all night long, I literally just woke up like 30 minutes ago because I have a long day ahead of me. I have so much to do. I think I'm going to have to cancel my podcast episodes today. I am so tired.
You sound like you're doing a media press run, bro.
I do. So outside of what you guys see on the social media campaign, on the social media page, I run campaigns. For artists, digital blog campaigns, I do press runs. So I run them around the radio stations and all this stuff around in Atlanta. Red carpets, strategists, like breaking artists, clubs, everything. So I do everything in the city. That's why we joked that time. We're like, I can get y'all booked because I really can, because people love to bring new things to the clubs.
Hell yeah. And look, I was going to definitely follow up with you on that because I'm ready to hit I can do my little Junebug tour. We can do the whole thing.
You got to do more than that, man. You got to do more than that.
No, I'm gonna be rapping all that theme. What you mean? I got bars and I got my own verse.
And I think it's funny, man, because people think that you just on one sided with the social media, but one thing about Atlanta, you got to be in these streets. It's one of those cities that make you pay your dues. Some people get big behind the computer and blow up, but others, have to put in that work. So when you do blow, you already got the connections in place, which is why a lot of people see things that happen on my side and it looks like, oh my God, congratulations, it's a miracle. But it's like, no, I probably have known those people for years when I was an intern. And when I finally got popping, they just so happened to work in my favor.
Right. And that's also another thing that draws me so much to Atlanta, because you can get in the streets only so much in LA, like with our name, as far as all that, like they gonna see you at the door and be like, bruh, you know who else is up in here? Like, but in Atlanta, it's a different kind of love for the all that culture, the Black culture, and we represented that for a lot of people in the early '90s, especially the kids showing out on Nickelodeon. So thank you for your love and all that. But Prime, I know you got a question for him based on his page. What's up? What you got for us, man?
I mean, we're gonna get into his interviews right now. I'm just gonna say, the first time I heard of Talk2Pops was actually the Yin Yang Twins video. They did, yeah. I think it was. I don't know when it was. I was looking at them doing the Millennium Tour, and then like your video was next. It just popped up. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
They were rapping. They were rapping Get Low.
Yeah.
Yay, 369. Damn, she fine. Hoping she can sock it to me one more time and roll.
And I know one of my favorite posts of yours, which is actually kind of recent, was talking about like the Atlanta dance or Atlanta bass sound. And,
yeah.
I think I just love the way you just mash up stuff all together, man, and like
I tell stories, man.
Great memories.
Like stories.
What was the post you think that really like got you noticed on not just on Instagram, but really just took off your internet presence?
It was Jason Weaver's host. I was actually the person that brought that to the forefront that he sung The Lion King.
Hey, people really didn't know it.
I knew that.
No, people didn't know that
back in the day.
Well, because you're saying that now, like
yeah.
people didn't know that, but you probably didn't know that 3 years ago.
I guess. Well, I'm a nostalgia person, so I would know that.
Yeah.
I look up stuff like that because I care about stuff like that. But other people, it's understandable.
Yeah, to the rest of the world, they didn't know anything about that. And so that was my first big break. Nobody knew that, and which ultimately led to Jason being put on a press run, and which is how they got that he turned down $2 million for the Lion King role for lifetime residuals, and so that was all me that brought that conversation to the forefront. And to this day, me and Jason are really good friends. So he constantly supports and helps me, and pushes my way, and like helps me really break into the industry. And but yeah, that was the first one that really kicked it off, and people were like, "Whoa, this got something," because it wasn't tea, but it also wasn't, you know what I mean? But it wasn't boring as well. You know what I'm saying? I realized that people love facts just like they do in the past. And, people say, I pride myself on not being a tea blog, but in journalism, there is a bit of tea in there all the time, especially back in the day. And people don't realize that the stories from back in the day are stronger than these rah-rah gossip stories of today. Because if you think about like when they fighting on the Shade Room, you see those posts for like 3 days or so. When you see somebody like Jason Weaver turn down $2 million for Lion King, I remember that post went for like months. I was seeing it all over.
Yeah. And just to bring it full circle, I knew, and I'm sure Prime knew about the Jason Weaver, but I did not know about the $2 million thing until recently. So I'm sure that was like leading right into that information entering my school. Because that was just boggled my mind. But that also brings up this recent interview that we did, and you asked all that cast what I love the question about our residuals. And I was in the comments, somebody brought up Jason Weaver. I'm like, yeah, but Jason Weaver could negotiate that type of contract because he was coming off playing Michael Jackson in American Dream, and he's an incredibly unique talent. Not something that I can take credit for. I can't sing like that. I mean, I got a little something, but definitely nothing like Mr. Weaver. But yeah, the question that you asked us about residuals has been making a little bit of waves online, also within our little talks as cast members. And I'm just wondering what you thought about the response as far as the comments, and then what made you ask that question? Did you know already about our
No. Okay, so when I don't know who was, I forgot what his name, but his his name was, he was there. And he had brought the conversation up. I don't remember about residuals. I wasn't going to ask that, but he said, I think something like, make sure y'all talk about the residuals. And that's what made me bring the question up, because I am not a G person.
Oh, wait. So it was Gio then. Look,
that sounds like
put this all the way on the record. Look.
Like
yes, that was him. When y'all got there, he was saying something like, make sure y'all talk about y'all residuals, and y'all all started laughing, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I should talk about it. And again, I was like, yo, if anybody doesn't want this to go out, let me know before I post this shit. I mean, can I cuss?
Oh yeah, you good.
Yeah. I mean, let me know before I post this shit, because I don't really care to get into it. But after doing the interview and hearing your story, and I was just like, nah, I got a voice. They have a voice. Let's use it. I said that if, we do a lot of things to make people have fun most of the time, but I really felt these guys' stories. And I mean, to be nationally recognized for something probably for the rest of your life and not to be compensated for it is just unfair to me.
I mean, that's obvious. Yeah, that's obvious. And,
yeah. I mean, you can't go. I know you can't really go into a store. People, if you may be able to walk, but some people will recognize you, especially like Angelique and Gio, and you know what I mean. Like it's Tangela. It's hard for people that grew up watching you all to just not remember you, and then to say that you all don't even get residuals based off of your work. It's kind of fucked up.
I think that's just more than Nickelodeon, by the way, because I know there's a lot of shows that I watch that don't even touch that kind of stuff. So I know,
and I was just like, and y'all know me, if y'all follow the page, y'all know that I'm good at digging deep and finding out the real truth about royalties, money, people being treated unfairly in the industry. I'm always bringing that stuff to the front line. So when it was something that a piece of content that I know that I truly originally influenced, then I knew that it was going to, it needed to be done. Now, as far as the comments, most of the comments were actually supporting.
Yeah.
Good 90% of them were like, pay them their money or give them something or something. People were saying like, Nickelodeon, make it right. But The other, you know, they have their 10% that was like, oh, that's on them, that XYZ, which is
y'all better learn how to read
because they're bitter.
Y'all better read.
Yeah, but you don't take, if you got, I think it's almost like 300 comments on it. You don't look at 290 of them positive ones and then take them 10 as the hardest ones. You know what I mean? Nah, fuck them.
Yes. Yep. Amen. Nah, like I said, I really appreciate the question. Also, I appreciate the comments, both negative and positive. And I think it's something that definitely needs to be out there, and it's part of my story, and it's one that I want.
It's the conversation. I mean, I'm sure the conversation. People are going to talk about it. People are going to start talking about it from now on. Like, and that's what we want. We want people to talk because these people are here. You know what I mean? Like they are still talented and they can still act. And just because they're speaking out doesn't make them unavailable to do things anymore. Like, hell no. I mean, it's a different industry. Those executives who probably were there are dead now.
Well, not
but you know what? Like I said, we have a project that we're working on between in the group that you'll see on the interview once it is released. So, and that is definitely going to be a part of the storyline in that project. So, thank you for getting it started, and we'll be talking about and see if we can even get that clip on the actual project. So,
yeah, I still got a bunch to edit. And I told you, I said the next couple of ones are going to be fun. But I had to get that out there because people were so excited about the trailer. I was like, okay, in the T world, or not even T, but journalist world, they want to have something that can keep them looking for it. Now everybody's waiting for the next episode. They're like, when is the next clip dropping? Somebody give us something. Versus if I had just put up like, you know, they were talking about just having fun on the set. Like, It's cool, it's fun. But nah, these guys need some recognition. And especially guess what? If Hollywood doesn't recognize, Tyler Perry is literally down the street from us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at it. Like, somebody's going to hear, somebody's going to see. So if any press reach out to you, I wouldn't be surprised.
You know what? And I just came up with a quote: "One man's cancel is another man's culture." So
yes, it is.
They're trying to cancel you over here. Its culture is waiting for you in another place. So make sure you.
That's what I was saying.
Go where you want it. Go where they want you.
Yes. And if somebody don't want to be there, and then you make them want you, you know. But at the end of the day, we don't need television anymore.
Nope.
I mean, right now, I feel like myself, and this is why I take so heavily what I do. I am running a small channel network right now. To me, if this was the 90s, this is a small TV channel. Absolutely. We'd have 400,000 followers. Like, people are tuned in every single day and watching what we're doing. And so the way I'm looking at it, and this is why I say we use culture for what we're doing, because I'm looking past just an IG page. I'm looking as a place where we can distribute our own content, become the Keenan Ivory Waynes, you know what I mean? The guys, and then have our own distribution, man, because it's a one-stop shop. We can get things out immediately. Look how fast your interview came out. Most times you have to wait on them. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, it's a microwave, like, nonstop creating of culture and content. So.
And then with that said, I know you got to get up out of here soon. So when do you think the interview will come out? Where can people find it?
So it'll be on YouTube, and I was thinking about releasing the whole full thing, or just releasing clips. I'm thinking, because I know how like Vlad and them do clips, you know what I mean? And I was just like, it got a lot of juice in it, but I think I'm just thinking on it. Either way, the clips will be uploaded and just put around in rotation and stuff like that.
We can expect it soon, though, next couple weeks?
Yeah, of course, next couple weeks. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Hell, I am an instant guy, so I try to get things out no later than a couple of days. For real.
Yeah, because I mean, it's gonna be news, coming right back around. Especially when people see this, they're gonna be asking us more questions. And you said we might have to do a follow-up, so I'm just waiting for my invite.
Yeah, I was gonna do the follow-up now that we're doing this. It'd be great to get you all on live.
Yeah,
like that, because people are going to go crazy. They are going to tune the hell in, and they're going to be asking questions. And so I just got the pot steering. You know what I mean? And I'm just excited, honestly, because I made the mistake once by not before in my past. I was working with the artist, and she had asked me. She was like, "Pops, what should I do? Should I speak on it? Should I not say nothing?" I was like, "Don't say nothing about it. Leave it alone. You don't know how it'll come back and bite you in the butt." But I made that mistake once, and I think that her being silent kind of messed a couple of things up. And so I'm all for speaking out.
Yeah, man, especially in today's climate. That's what people want to hear. And like I said, if they don't want you over there where you're getting canceled, go where they want you, because there's always a story behind whatever perspective you think.
Let me tell you something about black folks. Black folks don't cancel nobody. They still play R. Kelly music.
I see it might be a 2-day cancellation, but that's about it.
Folks don't really cancel too long. I swear I was in the chicken spot the other day and they started playing Step in the Name of Love and the whole room started dancing. I was like, y'all don't get me the hell out of here. I was like, get me out of this store because y'all wilding in here.
You want to step? Look,
you know what I mean? Like, let me stop. Black folks don't care, so we don't let it impress other people.
Hey, real quick before we get out of here, can you, other than the guest that's coming up and Jason Weaver, can you name 3 guests that the people can go back and look and be happy about to go see?
Oh, so many of them, man. I got so many facts off the top of my head. Jason Weaver with Lion King, Cameron writing 3LWs, No More. Amanda Perez, her owning all of her masters things. I've done so much.
Y'all check it out. He posts about 3-4 times a day now. So
yeah,
it's a hell of stuff for you.
I actually got a plaque from Throat Baby coming right now. My first gold plaque because of my help with kicking off that campaign. Like I am on everything, but big three. I wish I would have wrote this down because I have them at the top. But Jason Weaver's a great one. Martha Wash is another one. We have so many clips, but definitely I can't even tell you because it's so instant. It isn't like a website where, I mean, I have a website too. It just probably need a little bit of help updating it, but it's so much that happens all the time that comes in and comes out. So I love it because I get a chance to repurpose it because people don't have a long memory of it. You know, we can always put things together.
Dope.
Yeah. And I recently seen that you had Chris Massey on there as well. So
I had Chris Massey on there. And he went deep into which is crazy because we didn't even speak about royalty because I believe Chris probably gets residuals.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, come on now.
By the way, you can tell he living good. Look, they living good.
With the Spears, he's getting royalties.
He and Kyle both are getting those checks, I'm sure. It never came up in conversation, but he did spill a couple of things about just working on the set, you know, XYZ. And like I said, I would never have came up with that question. And then it all depends on the follower. I mean, on the person being interviewed. It depends on how much they want to reveal. You know, I asked Chris a lot of the similar questions, and he said things. He got like y'all in the sense too, where he was like, well, you know, some things that I mean, like, leave them drugs alone. You know what I mean? He was like, but yeah, it's just about what people want to get out there. I mean, and I think Angelique really had a voice. And I did some research and realized she had been speaking out for some time already about something. And I didn't want to go too deep into that because I didn't want it to look like that I was being
messy,
conniving, you know what I mean? But I think that it's a story still worth to be told. Y'all can't silence us because y'all don't put us on your networks. That's just it.
And like I said, we got some things coming with those exact people you're going to see in the interview. The story will be told in one way or another. So thank you, Pops, for being a part of that history, of our story, her story, his story, all the stories. This guy is out here telling stories for a living, and we appreciate you, Pops.
Thank you, brother.
Man, just telling people where they can find you.
At Talk2Pops on all platforms. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all everywhere. Actually, the crazy part, the clip has been picking up some traction on Twitter.
Dope.
Yeah, it's doing some things. So I'm just excited about being able to tell stories, but then not just being able to tell people stories, but being able to help them afterwards. Like they say, okay, if nobody won't cash you, I'll just put you in one of our productions. You know what I mean? I'm really just.
In fact, look, I got a skit for you. When you do that sketch comedy show, we bring in Leeboy and Fuzz to the Talk2Pops.
Yes. Can you really bring that back?
Show. Oh yeah, I already brought it back. I got about 30 episodes that I started in the pandemic.
It wasn't like an intellectual property thing, no.
We're gonna find out. Look, I'm waiting. In fact, I think once they cancel it, I think that will make it bigger. So I'm hoping they come and try to snatch it from me, and then I'll just make it Leeboy and Buzz, like do it.
Yeah, okay. Like, so I am really thinking, I'm thinking either just quit like late night show or sketch show or something. But I know so many people, and my goal, my gift in life has always been bringing people together. That's just what I do, and connecting people. And I really, really want to put together like this 10 episode pilot for this show that we haven't seen quite yet. So maybe that's something you and I can talk about outside of that.
And then take note, it is Leeboy and Fuss, not Leroy and Fuss. So it is, we switched it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For LeeboyTV.com.
Yes, sir.
Holla at
yeah, but yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you again.
All right, thanks, Pops.
All right. Cool.
All right, we're back from the break. You guys just heard a song. You guys just saw the interview with Talk2Pops. Man, that was great having him on our platform because that boy platform is booming. Hopefully he'll throw up a clip or something. Maybe we can put up some salacious. You know he like the tea. No, I'm playing. Look, I'm slandering the guy now. He said he didn't like the tea, y'all, but he brought out the tea in us. So you guys definitely make sure you check out that full episode once it is dropped. Should drop soon. But yeah, man, I wanted to talk about this Atlanta trip because you was with us last time. Weren't able to make it this time. It was kind of last minute that we planned it, but yeah, man, it was dope.
So I'm gonna just skip all the way to day like number 5 or whatever day it was.
I was only out to 3 days. It just seemed like that because I was moving.
I swear it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was like, okay, that was like Monday too.
It was 4 days. I got there Friday night. All I did was go hang out with Giovanni and them at her house on Friday night. But then 3 days after that.
But the TikTok that y'all did at the Trap Museum was like, all right. I was like, but look though, I never wanted to do a TikTok, and that's like the only one I feel like I probably wanted to do. I was like,
man. Well, yeah. So obviously it just happened organically because everybody. Go ahead.
Before you even start, I'm kind of disappointed that you're not doing a June bug in every single room of the Trap Museum, but you're not gonna get on that.
Oh, I could have done that challenge too. Just did another.
Not gonna get on that.
Yeah, you're right. Limited time, I will say. We really, that TikTok you saw took way too long. We had an open bar, free drinks for everybody, so that definitely added to the time. I will say I was the only one take wonder on that day. Got it in one, and I hit the lean, the drop, the clap. Y'all go check that out on my Instagram.
I feel like GOJ. His take took. I feel like his take took at least 5. I felt like it took at least 5. I felt it.
It took him a little. He was a little offbeat, It was hard to catch, though. I will say it was hard to catch because we were stopping it and doing it again. TikTok is a whole editing process, and he was our main filmer. So when he had to get on, someone else was learning it, so it was like a whole thing. But yeah, it took him a couple times. I was the only one who got it in one take, so holla at me. But yeah, it happened real organically. Everybody was kind of just talking about just the Up song because we were in Atlanta. So every time somebody does something, oh, it's Up. And then second off, we all love that version of the challenge where the bunky bunky bunky. Some people hadn't seen it or heard about it. And I'm like, what? You haven't seen this? So
I haven't seen that version until then, and now I think that's the only version I've seen since.
Okay, yeah. So if you guys don't know, Cardi B was in a choreography session where her the main choreographer is like teaching her the dance, and he's using all these words to describe the moves, and it's bunky bunky and da 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 and a da. And so we did lean up, lean clap. So yeah, we did that version of the challenge. It was hella fun, and we did it in all of the rooms of the Trap Music Museum, which they graciously opened up just for us. And yeah, so thank you everyone at the Trap Museum, starting off with Crystal, aka KJ, our guy Ron Love got it open for us. And yeah, anybody that was involved, if I don't know you, appreciate you. Also shout out to Trap House Trina in case she watching. She was dope, and she was cool little comedian out there. But yeah, man, so it happened. It was hella fun. Happened organically. Towards the end, it was hard for us to finish it up, but it came out pretty dope. We got a lot of good response.
Okay, that's dope. Well, tell the people about other stuff y'all did on y'all Atlanta trip without giving away too much. Just tell about the camaraderie.
Right. So if you may have heard from our various interviews and segments that have happened today was me, Giovanni, we had Latangela, and also Angelique were the main people around. We had Gus from Bring It On with Giovanni. We also had Gio Johnson, who works closely with Giovanni, and others and friends all around for this weekend. We have a plan of doing a throwback event this summer, so we want to scout some locations. But in the meantime, we also wanted to have hella fun, and we also worked on a project of content that you guys will hopefully see. I ain't gonna put no time on it because it's gonna be dope, and we're not gonna rush it. But yeah, we were able to make our way around the town. We saw a lot of sights, ate a lot of good food. And we got back with the culture experience. Our guy Corey up there. So it was a little bit of a reunion there. They got some new exhibits. You guys go check out Culture Experience Atlanta. So that was hella fun. And yeah, man, it was just a feel good weekend, mostly chill, but we did get some work done for sure. And yeah, just follow ATLeon. I'm on my way to becoming an ATLeon. Look, follow my ATLeon highlights on my Instagram page if you guys want to see everything I did from behind the scenes, because it's a lot. It's a lot. So I love ATL.
I seen y'all went to like a stunt class, or was that just the Geo?
Yeah, so I didn't. It's a stunt class out there called Atlanta Stunts. I was there, and I was like, I ain't paying to get my ass beat.
Yeah, I'm not either. So I'm with you.
But yeah, it was a wire class where they're hooking you up to the wires and they're yanking you around as if you got shot or punched, and you're flying through boxes and hitting mats, and so yeah, you're gonna see Latangela, Gio, both Gios participated, and I think that was it. But
yeah, just the Geos and Latangela.
Yeah, man, it looked hella fun, and we even got recognized in there. They were like, "Oh, what?" Somebody was after I left. It was like, "What happened to the other All That boy?" That's what I heard, because I was out of there after like the first 5 minutes. I'm like, "Nope."
Hey, now you probably was like, "Are we doing what now?" I'm gone. I'll see y'all later.
Look, I went and saw the Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I'm going to Martin Luther King exhibit.
You saw that, right? Look, I'm like, let me go have my dream over here. I went and go pay my respect to Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott at the memorial.
Did you go? You took the whole tour, like with a tour guide? You were just walking around?
No, I just walked it. I had done it before, I think when I was 17 or 18, but that was like a long time ago. I ain't gonna date myself. But yeah, I went out there before, so I just walked it real quick. And I think some of the tour is shut down because of COVID. But
so you ain't go inside the church?
No. A lot of the inside of the house, all the inside stuff is closed. But you can just walk around their premises, and they have certain things you can do on your own. But yeah, it was cool, man. It's always good to I would just use it as my unwind downtime and just kind of let myself, get some different type of thoughts in my head. So that was a good little woosah for me, because they was over there getting their ass beat, and I was look, I was gonna say something crazy. I was over there watching our ass beatings from the 60s. Look. I know.
All right.
I just had to. I had to. I mean, it's right there in the top of my head. It's just what I had. But yeah, so that was cool. I move around by myself. I'm a lone soul. I'm gonna just go wherever the culture takes me. So that was cool.
And next time we go, you gotta go to. I remember this place being good. I don't know if it could be complete trash. I remember a place called Varsity downtown.
Food?
Yeah.
See, I don't know about that.
That's what I said. I remember it being good. I don't know if it still is. I just remember it's called the Varsity.
Okay, and I can tell you some places that were fire. I went to the Atlanta Breakfast Club. I had this crazy breakfast sandwich that was connected by a trail. I mean, a bridge of eggs across both of them. It was wild. And then also, I think it's called Big Dave's Cheesesteaks. If I'm telling you, you ever had a good cheese? I ain't never been to Philly and had a cheesesteak, but I can imagine this is something like it was greasy and cheesy. Then it's probably the best one I ever had. But yeah, man, Atlanta obviously great for food. Service here or there, you never know. But the food was awesome, man. That I had.
All right, well, look, that's gonna wrap up our episode 81. We talked about Kid 90. We talked about Talk2Pops. We talked to Pops about everything that happened over the weekend. Then we talked to Leeboy about stuff that happened over the weekend in Atlanta. I mean, I think that sums it up right there. I mean, that sounds like a good week.
Yeah, I mean, this episode was a little bit different, kind of a little bit all over the place. We got 3 different segments, but it's all linked somehow. Child Stars, Atlanta, you make the connection. We ain't worried about it. In fact, we just going to get right back on track next week. I can already know we're going to have, it's going to go one way or the other, but either way, we got a hell of a theme, a hell of an episode coming up. So thank you guys for rocking with us today. And get in tune with us, man. Make sure you go check out my highlights. Go check out the content you're going to see coming out over the next week for myself and my Instagram. And then also, obviously, Talk2Pops. Make sure you tap in with that interview once it drops.
Yeah, we're on the road to 100. So follow Leeboy at LeeboyTV.com, at LeeboyTV.
Everywhere.
What you want to do? Like ATLeon? Is that what you want to go with?
ATLeon. Look, yeah, go look at that highlight on my Instagram at Leeboy TV, Twitter at Leeboy TV, also YouTube. I did put out one more clip of John Amos. So you guys go check that out. I know it's a little bit late, but we had to do some heavy lifting on the editing for that one. So go check that out at LeeboyTV.com.
Yeah, and y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at KVNG Primetime. Follow the podcast page at Prime Nostalgia Pod. Leave a review on Apple,
please.
Yes.
Or now, actually, now.
We'll wait. We'll wait. You know, go log into your Apple real quick.
And send 5 stars.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Send. Okay.
There you go. And then just
and one last thing. Look, y'all get on our Patreon. Just check it out. Even if you just subscribe for $1, so we can send you some content. You want to talk to us. You want to ask some of these celebrities a direct question. You want to get in on some watch-alongs and have some fun with the Prime Nostalgia podcast and friends. Make sure you subscribe to Patreon because that's going to be the way to do it. We have a lot of people asking us how they can get involved. If you guys remember the All That Cast reunion, we had 5 people that participated and were actually able to ask questions and win a prize. So we want to do that more for you guys, but you have to get with us on Patreon so we can make it work. And
don't think it's not going to happen again. We're having All That Week Part 2 or Dose or whatever. We have another. We have another one. All right. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for another All That reunion. Maybe not. Keep you on your toes with some maybe surprising cast members. You never know who's going to be on. So
we working, y'all. If you know when All That Week is, then it's going to be coming up in a little while. We got some time, but we're starting right now to make sure that we put together the best cast together that we can. So you guys make sure you stay tuned for that. And like I said, subscribe to our Patreon starting at $1. The higher you go, the bigger chance you have of actually talking and conversing with these celebrities that we have the excellent opportunity of getting with on ourselves. We are even, it's hard for us to get with them, y'all. So don't ask unless you got something to contribute. Look. And that's to you, y'all. Sir. No, right, let me stop.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna just say from Leeboy, from me, Primetime is all the time, and we out.